Hey there, Taurus. Welcome to your reading for the week of November 25th. This week, you start with this Round Around card and this Treasure Island card. The Round Around card obviously can represent going round and round in a situation. The Treasure Island card is a card of like as above, so below. And I do feel here with these two cards that there's like something that does need to change or that you are working on changing. And, I think it's something that has been repeating, obviously, with that Round Around card. It's almost like the Treasure Island card is saying that there's like something about you. And I'm not calling you out here, Taurus, either. But, it's almost like saying there's some sort of something about you that is causing like something to keep repeating, right? And I think this reading is talking about kind of, part of the reading, I should say, is talking about, correcting whatever that is. I really feel if that message is for you, you've probably already been thinking about it, or, you already see that there's something, like some sort of repeat cycle that keeps happening. I would say that the good news is I feel like you're kind of ending a repeat cycle, which is, the whole point of life, to get off the hamster wheel and to take control of your life. So, again, I do think that that is a good thing. You have the King of Swords, the Hermit, and the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, even with the Hermit, right? I'm going to skip forward to the Hermit real quick because, the Hermit is your kind of like inner searching for your inner light. He's been through a dark night of the soul, and he's been searching for some inner answers. So again, if there's something that hasn't been working about your life, I feel that you could be discovering or shining a light on the thing that's maybe inside of you that is kind of preventing you from being able to get ahead, and this could be in any area of your life. You have pretty much everything here. So, everything that you could potentially deal with. So again, I think this is a good thing. I think I've said like the word maturity to you before, and it is almost like Taurus readings have a certain level of maturity. There's something about maturity about them, about the readings, and I don't see this for anyone else. You have the King of Swords, maturity, of course. So the King of Swords, the card of discernment. King of Swords has been through the most battles in life, and the King of Swords is about being able to tell what's right and wrong for you. And so I feel for a lot of you that you've been able to kind of get this certain level of maturity over, it could be one situation or multiple situations in your life, and it's like now you can see clearly, which is good. You also have the King of Pentacles in this row, which is you. Whenever you show up as yourself, puts you in a position of power and strength and really allows you to get what you want from the reading. So the King of Pentacles is a card of like success and growth in abundance and building wealth. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be building wealth. One thing I will say about the reading is that you have 2 sevens here, and you have another 7 here. But 2 sevens is like internal fears that don't exist. But what I would say is that this is more about, kind of like breaking free from convention. Sometimes I look at the King of Pentacles as like a dinosaur. He just does things the way that things have always worked in his life, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? As long as you are doing what works, then that is a good thing. But what I will say is that he is kind of like Blockbuster. Blockbuster had the chance to buy Netflix, and they didn't buy Netflix. They just died basically because they weren't staying relevant with the times. So King of Pentacles kind of encourages innovation and like staying up with new ideas and new technologies in life, things like that. And I definitely am getting that for you. So, like I always say with the King of Pentacles, I think, 80% of the time, do what works. 20% of the time, experiment. With the King of Swords, you have the Lovers. One thing, here's the other thing as well. You have the Lovers twice. You have the King and Queen of Swords. I am not the biggest fan of the King and Queen of Swords together in a reading because usually they don't see eye to eye, but you do have the Lovers twice, so we're going to have to look into this. But if you are looking for love, this could be a person. But again, I don't like the King and Queen of Swords because it's like two people who aren't talking, and so there needs to be communication. With the Hermit, you have the Ten of Wands. Yeah, definitely like everybody else, I feel you've been putting in a lot of work in general into your life. And, the Ten of Wands to me is a good card. He's about to reach his home in the background here, and he's about to have his harvest. So he is carrying those wands because they are his harvest. And you actually have the Ten of Wands twice. He's also showing up in the good stuff, which is great because, that would suggest that you're about to get a harvest. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Moon. I knew there was something like extra about this King of Pentacles. I just think the Moon, there's really nothing you have to do other than innovate. Like I already said, it's like I said, 20% of the time, just keep doing what you're doing, in work and business and love, whatever area of your life you're trying to improve. And then I would say like 20% of the time, it's like, could you try something new? Could you research a new idea, a new tactic, a new technique, a new plan? Any of that would be very beneficial. The Moon is about stepping into the unknown. So literally about like innovation in some ways, even though the Moon doesn't really represent innovation, it could. Next, you have in the area of what's coming in for you. You have this capybara, it says selectiveness, group bond, and sway. You have a skunk, it says conflict avoidance, discretion, and lunar energy, which we have the Moon. So definitely some Moon energy going on here. I feel like you have to make your own decisions is what this is saying, both of them. Even the skunk, I think that, what does this card say? It says, I think in the Ted Andrews book that I love, The Animal Speaks, he says that the skunk is about kind of, being in your own power, kind of like making your own decisions and sticking up for yourself and realizing how powerful you are, because skunks stink, right? So they have a very powerful smell, but in a good way. It's like, what makes you powerful? They're kind of like animals of self-reliance. They're able to stick up for their own ideas, their own plans in life, and they're also very connected. They can represent Kundalini energy as well. So, a lot of you could be going through like powerful awakenings or transformations I'm getting with these cards. But with the capybara, again, there's something about you needing to make your own choices. You have the Lovers, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Queen of Swords. Again, not really a love reading, even though you have the Lovers twice. The Lovers can represent a choice, and even with the Queen of Swords, let me put it this way, Taurus. King of Swords can be you thinking exactly what choice you're going to make in life. Then we go to the Queen of Swords. She's looking over to the Eight of Swords, and this could be like gaining the clarity on your decisions with the Queen of Swords, but also feeling like you can't do something that you want, like feeling like you can't make a choice that you want to make. And there could be a million reasons for this. It's like, maybe you're like, I want to start a skunk rehab facility in my backyard, but I can't because the city won't allow me to, right? And so the Queen of Swords is like, she's looking at her obstacles, and with that Eight of Swords right next to her, and the Lovers is really about making the choice. And it's like, well, how could you do it anyway? And I think some of you are making new choices. We even have the Seven of Pentacles as well, and the Seven of Pentacles is a change in direction. So it's like, yeah, maybe the city won't let you do it, but maybe you need to start working on moving, right? Or maybe you need to come up with another plan. So for a lot of you, I feel the Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, is the juice worth the squeeze where you are right now? Or could there be a better plan or a better way that you could do things in your life? I think I've been saying this to you for weeks, Taurus. I really feel like you need to look at your results, and there's a reason for it. It's because I feel like there are some things, King of Pentacles, I think there are some things that very clearly get you a really solid result. And I think there are other things that do not get you a result. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about growth. So if you're doing an activity in work or business, for example, does it make you more money? Does it lead to more growth? Does it lead to more success? And if the answer is yes, keep doing it. If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. And I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is about really talking about paying attention to that. You have the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, again, she has clouds halfway up her body, and she's seeing things clearly for the first time. I said it during the one set of readings I did. I can't remember, but we have a ton of retrogrades at the end of the year. I actually feel pretty good about this retrograde season because everybody has had cards of clarity, and retrogrades can bring in clarity. People think of them as confusing, but really they can bring in great clarity to the things that we've already been doing. So I think that there could be a lot of clarity about whatever you've been dealing with for up until this point. With the Ace of Cups, with the Lovers, you have the Ace of Cups. So again, this could be a little bit of love here. I do like that the Ace of Cups shows up because, again, if this is a person that you haven't been talking to or that you don't even know yet, then the Ace of Cups would be the offer. And again, this could be like a really solid love offer if you want love. With the Queen of Pentacles, your best friend here, Taurus. It really wouldn't be a Taurus reading without the Queen of Wands, So the Queen of Wands says you have to be bold, assertive, really go for what you want. You have to do things regardless of what other people think, and you also have to follow your bliss. She has that sunflower, and that sunflower points towards the sun. And so the sun is like her joy, her happiness, her, fulfillment, things that she just has a desire to do. And again, I really feel that, every single reading I've done for you for like the past 9 months has basically had the Queen of Wands in it. And like I said, I think she is your best friend right now. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Emperor. Yeah, a lot of control as well, I would say, coming up at the end of the year here, and just all the sets of readings that I've done at the end of the year. And, it's definitely something that's jumping out at me. Where I think that some people need to take control of their life, or they need to do things to take control of their life. The Emperor is controlling, and he isn't necessarily taking control, although he kind of does. But that's what I feel for you, Taurus. I feel like there are certain things where it's like if you want them to change, then you are the one that has to kind of make them change and take control. Sometimes I feel with the Emperor as well that he can represent an opportunity that you are going to need to be ready to take advantage of. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here, and the armor on underneath his cloak says that he's ready to go to battle at a moment's notice. So sometimes I feel with the Emperor, it can say that there's like an opportunity for whatever coming up for you in the future, and you need to be, when you see it, take advantage of it, right? Whatever the opportunity is. I kind of feel like it's money for some of you. Like this could be a random work opportunity or a random business opportunity. I'm also getting another message as well that like some of you, like I feel like it's saying don't hold back on your ideas as well. Because like if you work for a boss, obviously, or a person, it's like you might have an idea and you might think to yourself, oh no, that's stupid. But it could be genius is kind of what I feel here. So, and again, that would only benefit you. It's like maybe your boss is like, oh my God, you're a genius, and gives you a raise. So, I would, don't be afraid to share your ideas. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this new moon in Taurus. It says prosperity lies ahead. You have this full moon in Libra. It says a win-win outcome is forecast. Yes, so definitely a lot of prosperity, and win-win would kind of make sense with that as well coming in for you. And like I said, this could be like an idea or an opportunity that is a win-win where like two people can win at the same time, or two sides are winning at the same time, and that could lead to a lot of prosperity for you as well. You have the Seven of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Swords. Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice and having a lot of options. I feel pretty good about this Seven of Cups for you. I don't consider Seven of Cups to be a bad card personally, but I kind of go back and forth on it sometimes, and I feel pretty good about it. I think you're kind of like increasing your options. I also think that there's a lot of, I think you are one of the few signs right now where, I think something you don't see about your future is that the things that you're doing right now are going to produce side effects in the future. But I'm talking about like good side effects. Like maybe you're learning something in business right now and it might not seem important, but I think maybe, in the future, some of the things you're learning now could be extremely beneficial for your finances in the future. It's like you're learning things that you might apply to a business in the future, or you might be learning things that like a new boss in the future will see as extremely valuable. So again, don't like discount the things that you're learning because again, I think they could be very beneficial in the future. You have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, of course, is work hard, play hard. That's really all I'm getting here on the Two of Pentacles. I think it's just encouraging you to have fun, do things that you enjoy, take yourself out, do fun stuff for yourself, and that would be very good. You have the Eight of Swords. I'm actually going to show you here because we have this Queen of Swords. She's looking over to the Eight of Swords, and the Eight of Swords is only seeing one way to do things when there are many ways to do things. So the Eight of Swords says that we are keeping ourselves stuck in a self-imposed prison, and I feel like this Eight of Swords is really encouraging you to set yourself free, and that's exactly what I would do there. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Tower. A lot of people have had the Tower at this time. As I've been saying all year, there's going to be a ton of Tower moments, so it doesn't really surprise me. But the Tower could be a rapid change coming in for you. And, again, I think this is actually a good change with that Seven of Cups. The Tower also kind of makes sense with that King of Pentacles because, again, the Tower says do not get stuck in reality. The whole point of the Tower is that those people have been ignoring reality. They're being brought back down to reality. Again, if Blockbuster paid attention to the reality of the internet, they would have bought Netflix when they had the chance, and then it wouldn't be called Netflix anymore. So, again, stay open. With the Ten of Pentacles, you have the Two of Pentacles. Definitely something very good financially coming in for you as well. Ten of Pentacles is really the name of the game for Taurus. I say this to you every single reading because you always get the Ten of Pentacles with me. The Ten of Pentacles is a very good card, but, again, it doesn't say like money is coming in tonight. It is Ten of Pentacles is Taurus, basically. It is slow, steady progress. It is building, leaving a legacy. It is something you will do for the rest of your life. So Ten of Pentacles is kind of like everything you want and desire, and it says that you're on track to work towards it. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is a card of overthinking sometimes. He is kind of like overthinking getting started, and all he has to do is plant seeds in that field behind him, and they will grow. So I feel like it's time to get started on something that you've been thinking about starting. I feel there could be a lot of success for you with the Knight of Pentacles, and also like a lot of growth and abundance as well. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this fertility and satisfaction card, and also this creative power card. Very creative time. I've been telling everyone, Pluto is in Aquarius today, and Pluto in Aquarius is creative because Aquarius is innovation, and to be innovative, you have to be creative. And it's just that simple. So, and again, the fertility card there, it makes perfect sense because, again, if we're creative, then we are kind of birthing new ideas into the world. And that's exactly what I would be doing with these two cards. I think everyone should focus on this. It's like literally the only thing that we have to focus on is innovation. You have the Justice card, the Ten of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. The Justice card is cause and effect. I kind of feel this is saying there's more balance coming in for you, or you are balancing things out in a nicer way with the Justice card. I also feel like you're in a much more kind of like neutral perspective here, especially with the King of Swords as well. King of Swords is also law and order, just like the Justice card, and he is also sitting in the middle of the card looking forward. So I think for a lot of you, it's like you're not looking at things as good or bad any longer. I think you're kind of looking at things as they just are, and you're being more neutral. And again, I think this is making you more flexible as a person. It's like if you have an idea in business, you're not saying to yourself, oh, this definitely isn't going to work, or yes, this is going to work very well, and getting yourself too excited. I think you're being more in the middle, and I think this is just going to make you more flexible, like I said. You have the Ten of Wands, so it's like your hard work is paying off here, Taurus. The Ten of Wands, again, he planted those wands, and he has been on a long journey, but those 10 wands represent his harvest. He wanted to harvest these wands, and he's about to reach his home in the background. So showing up in the good stuff, the Ten of Wands would definitely represent a harvest, or it would represent your hard work finally paying off. It could also say that you are releasing the burdens of other people, which could also be a good thing. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords can be lying, cheating, stealing, but again, in the good stuff, it is a card of tactics. This whole entire reading for you, Taurus, is about doing things in a different way. So he is stealing these swords from this army in the background here, and instead of going to war, he's stealing the swords. So it basically says, whatever you're trying to accomplish, like what other ways could you accomplish the same thing? And as long as you stay flexible, then you will have a win. The Seven of Swords is also about playful energy. He has these polka dots on his cloak, and the polka dots in the cloak usually show up in tarot readings when someone is taking something too seriously. And so the Seven of Swords says, do not take things too seriously, be more playful. And I kind of feel like you are, which is a good thing. With the Justice card, you have the Four of Wands. Definitely could be marriage for some of you. Again, some of you could be just surprised that you have options in love, or you could be surprised that a person is like approaching you. You could be surprised that it's even happening in the first place. So, again, I kind of feel this could be, a person who shows up in your life randomly. It could be someone who's older than you with that King of Swords. I'm pretty sure that I've said that to you before, that you could be attracting an older person, but, whatever. You could be the older person as well. Take it how it resonates. But Four of Wands, definitely marriage and freedom. If you don't want love, by the way, with the Justice card there, again, it would say that taking that neutral perspective on things that you're doing is going to set you free. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is about fortune turning in your favor, so there could be a lot more fortunes turning in your favor with that Ten of Wands. I do feel like I see you doing a lot less in the future in a good way. It's like, imagine if you could do less work and get paid more money. That's kind of what I'm talking about here. I feel like that a lot of you are less scattered. Ten of Wands is like, it can be a good card, especially in the good stuff, but it can also say that you're carrying responsibilities of other people, and I kind of feel the change that could be coming from this Wheel of Fortune in the future is, again, less work, more money type of deal. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. A lot of sevens, like 777, could be an important number for you here. But the Seven of Cups with the Seven of Swords and then Tower and Seven of Cups, this kind of gives me the vibes that you did have a Tower moment already. And then showing up in the good stuff here would say that you're getting the clarity on what happened. So if you did have a Tower moment in your life, then I kind of feel you're either getting answers or you're getting the truth of a matter, which again, during retrogrades is definitely possible. You have this V card. It says victory in some endeavor. Yes, definitely some sort of big victory coming in for you. You have this box. It says you will receive a gift. Yes, definitely good stuff coming in here. Ace of Cups could just be a gift from the universe as well. So the Ace of Cups doesn't have to be a love offer. It just could be a gift. I kind of feel like it's an idea. Like I said earlier, I think you need to not think your ideas are stupid, and definitely don't, right? I think your ideas are really good and it could be a gift and you need to use that gift. You have this horse card. It says short journey. Yeah, I think a lot more movement for you, Taurus, and like over the next few years, I think once Uranus leaves your sign as well, that a lot of you could be moving around a lot more, but I'm not saying moving. It could just be like you're traveling, you're getting out of the house, you're going and doing more things, you're more excited by life. And, I think that's a change that will happen probably at the end of 2025, somewhere around there. But again, still pretty good. You have this marriage card. So yes, definitely could be a person you will marry. You have this candle card. It says you will be shown the way. Guidance, finally. I mean, Moon, Hermit. Moon and Hermit is total darkness, not knowing where you are going. And this kind of says that a change that's coming for you is that you could be being guided at this time as well. But really nice here, Taurus. I like this. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.